Dear students, in this video we are going to learn the poem Custard the Dragon. Written by Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash is a satirist. What do you mean by satirist? He criticizes the society. He is also a poet who writes poems for the children. He wants to make it interesting for the children. So he makes changes in his words in order to make it interesting, make children laugh. Okay, so that is his purpose. Do not judge a book by its cover. What does it mean? You don't judge anybody by the way they appear to you. Here in this poem, you have somebody called Custard. The name is Custard. Custard is a dragon. Dragon is always mocked for being cowardly, whereas others are quite brave. However, when a pirate breaks into Belinda's house, who is a pirate? Pirate is a robber. He comes into Belinda's house. Who is Belinda? Belinda is the one who keeps all these animals as her pet animals. Okay? See, and Ink and Blink, these are names of the animals. And Mustard are very frightened. Okay, when a robber comes, when pirate comes, the other creatures are frightened. It is only Custard who changes and who charges the pirate and eats him alive all at once. Okay, all the other creatures are cowardly when the pirate comes. But otherwise, all the other creatures make fun of the dragon, Custard the Dragon, and say that this creature is funny, this creature is cowardly, this creature is good for nothing, and so on. They make fun of him. But at the end, what happens is that when the pirate comes, all the other creatures hide themselves. And it is only the dragon which fights with the pirate and eats him away, and other creatures are saved. Therefore, we should never judge someone without fully getting to know them. We should not judge them. Okay? So as I said, he uses the childish vocabulary. What is the meaning of childish vocabulary? Since Nash's primary audience for this poem is children. Children are the primary audience. He has also modified his vocabulary to make it likable to children. Children often mispronounce words, and that is what Nash does here when he uses the words realio, trulio. So, what is realio, trulio? Real and true, really and truly. But he has modified it for the sake of a musical sound in the poem. Realio, trulio. To mean real and true. Even the names for Belinda's pets are bound to make children laugh. Okay, he imagines what kinds of sounds animals might make in their different moods, and she says that a mouse would say weak. Mouse would say weak, weak, weak. Okay, that is the sound of the mouse according to Belinda. When it is giggling, and a cat would say ouch, and when it is scared. And he also makes these animals dance when they are happy. It is for these reasons that the children love reading Nash poems. So he has written a poem about a little girl, Belinda, in this poem, Belinda, who owns many pets, namely a black kitten, named Ink. Name of the kitten is Ink. A grey mouse. Name of the mouse is Blink. An yellow dog named Mustard. And a covered weakling dragon named Custard. The poet has described every character to be brave. All the characters are brave. But the whole situation changes when a pirate attacked Belinda's house. A robber comes. No one else had the guts to face him. It was the dragon that killed the pirate. It was the dragon that went and attacked the pirate. All the other creatures are happy that they are saved by the dragon, but quickly change their thoughts and describe themselves to be more powerful, and the situation not been so confusing for all of them. See, after the fight is over, after the dragon has saved everybody, all the other creatures say that, no, just it is because of some confusion that you were so powerful. Otherwise, we would have defeated you. We would have dealt with the situation differently. That is what the other creatures say. Okay. So that is about the poem. Now again, I just give you the short summary of the same. Very fast, quick summary. Okay, that will help you to understand this poem better. The tale of Custard the Dragon is a ballad. The type of the poem is ballad. What is the meaning of the word ballad? It is a ballad. It is a humorous poem about a cowardly dragon named Custard. Custard is a pet of Belinda, a little girl who owns a little white house with her pets. She has a white house and she lives with her pets. She had a black kitten named Ink, a grey mouse named Blink, a yellow dog, Mustard, and a cowardly dragon, Custard. The dragon is the cowardly creature. The poet says that all of them are very brave except the dragon. Others were described as brave and are compared with animals like bear, tiger, or lion. But the dragon is very timid. All the other creatures, dog, kitten, mouse, they are all compared to lion, bear. But the dragon is compared to the other animals. The dragon is a very cowardly. It is a weakling. All the other creatures make fun of him. But one night they are surprised by the entry of a pirate. When pirate comes in the house, all of them are frightened and they all hide here and there. But to everyone's surprise, the dragon not only tackles him, but also eats him up. The dragon eats up the pirate. All of them are saved by the Custard. They thank him, but at the end they realize that they used to make fun of the dragon because of his being timid. After having been saved, they all think that we used to make fun of the dragon, so why are we not doing so? And they all said. So all of them suddenly start saying that they are more brave. The other creature, they say that they are braver and they could have handled the situation better than dragon. So here the poet has tried to say that sometimes a timid person is the actual hero in the toughest situations of life. A timid person. A person who is believed to have no energy, no strength is the real hero in the difficult moments of life. Okay, so this is the summary of the poem. I hope the things are clear. Please keep in mind the basic points. It is a ballad. You have got a Belinda, a girl who lives in a white house with her pets. She has got a kitten, she has got a dog, she has got a mouse, and all these three creatures are courageous, and she also has got a dragon. Dragon is not courageous. All the other creatures make fun of him. But one day when the robber comes, it is the dragon who tackles pirate and saves everybody. Okay, so that is the basic idea of this poem. Now let us talk about this poem. The first stanza. Any doubt?
Sir, what is meant by pirate, sir?
Robber, thief. Okay, thank you for your question. Pirate means thief. Hemnath has asked this question.
Sir, what is the meaning of pirate, sir?
Pirate means thief. Thief, thief or robber.
Thief, okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. Belinda lived in a little white house, but with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a Relio, Trulio, little pet dragon.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and
Yes,
a
sir.
little red wagon and a Relio, Trulio, little pet dragon. Wagon means vehicle. It is a vehicle used for transporting goods or other specified purpose. Okay, that is the meaning of wagon. It is vehicle, not vehicle. Some of you say vehicle. It should be pronounced vehicle. Okay. So in this first stanza itself, the poet introduces all the four creatures. Okay, and the creature's owner. The owner is Belinda. She lives with a kitten, a mouse, and a dog. Okay. Then she also has got a dragon. All of them live. Relio and Trulio, a little pet dragon. Now, what is given in the red is the explanation. As I teach, you can take down notes. Okay, important points you can write it down there in your textbook. It will help you to remember. The poet says that once there was a little girl named Belinda. She lived in a little white house. She lived with some creatures who were her pets. They were a black kitten, a grey mouse, a yellow dog, a little red wagon, and a creature that the poet says was really and truly a dragon. Okay. So this is the summary of the lesson. Now let me tell you also about the rhyme scheme and the literary devices. In all the stanza, the rhyme scheme is A, B, B, A, B, B. In all the stanza, that is the rhyme scheme. A, B, B. What is A, B, B? What is rhyme scheme? Is there anyone who does not know how to find out the rhyme scheme? Is there anyone who has forgotten how to find out the rhyme scheme? Easy. Okay. A, we have to check the last sound of the last word of the line of that particular poem. Okay, see, look here. House, the last sound is the same. Mouse, the last sound is the same. Wagon, dragon, the last sound is the same. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, B. A, B, B. So in all the stanza, the rhyme scheme is the same. A, B, B. Okay. And you also have repetition. What is repetition? You got the words repeated. Okay, the word little is repeated. Okay, see here, little, it is repeated here. So there is repetition. You also have got oxymoron. What is oxymoron? Use of two words opposite in meaning. Two words next to each other and they have opposite meaning. Okay, see, look here. Pet dragon. A pet dragon. These are opposite in meaning, but they are placed next to each other. So there is oxymoron. Please learn the vocabulary, learn the spelling. Then you also have got anaphora. What is anaphora? Repeated use of word at the start of two consecutive rhymes. Okay, the words are repeated in the same way consecutively in the first line or the second line or the third line or the fourth line. See here, and a little, and a really, and a. So there, these two words are repeated. So there is anaphora. Then you also have got refrain. Refrain is in there, all the stanza. Repetition of a sentence again and again. Repetition of a sentence again and again. And a realio and trulio. Realio and trulio. There is also something called, poetic license. The poet is given the license to change the words according to the musical rhythm of the poem. Realio, trulio, real, true. The spellings have been changed to create a musical effect. Is there any doubt, any problem in the first stanza? Did I make any mistake? If there is doubt, you are free to ask now. Kailash, is it okay?
Sir, yes, sir.
Very good. Wonderful. Okay, let's go to the second stanza.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Devadarshini.
Sir, refrain.
Devadarshini, what did you say?
What is refrain, sir?
Pardon?
Tell about what is refrain, sir.
Refrain. Refrain means repetition of a sentence again and again. For example, in all the stanza, you have the repetition of the line realio, trulio, little dragon, and realio, trulio. This line is repeated in most of the stanzas. So it is called refrain. Same lines repeated again and again in many stanzas. That is refrain. Is it clear, Devadarshini?
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's go to the next stanza. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. So in the second stanza, the poet introduces the creatures with their name. The name of the black kitten is Ink. Black kitten is called Ink. And the grey mouse is called Blink. And the yellow dog was sharp as mustard. The yellow dog was sharp as mustard. What is the name of the yellow dog? Yellow dog is mustard. And they called the dragon a custard. They called him custard. Okay? Mustard is a yellow colored flower. Covered means weakly. Now the explanation of this stanza. The poet explains the name of all the animals that are tamed by Belinda. Okay, he is talking about all the animals which Belinda is taming in her house. He says that the name of black kitten is Ink, the name of mouse is Blink, and the yellow dog had yellow color and she calls him Mustard, and the dragon that was a coward means weakling. Coward means weakling. Weak creature called him Custard. Okay. So this is the second stanza. Now let us talk about the rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is the same everywhere. A, B, B. Here it is Ink, Blink, Mustard, Custard. The last lines. You also have got the simile. Okay. The dog is compared to mustard. Okay. The dog is compared to mustard. And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. The little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. So here there is simile. Then you have alliteration. What is alliteration? Repetition of consonant sound, consonant letter at the beginning. A, beginning. Here you have got covered, custard. The word C. So the letter C, consonant letter C is repeated. Okay. So there is this alliteration. Covered, called, custard. So there is alliteration. Then you also have got repetition. Repetition of the word little. Little. The word little is repeated here. Okay. Little, little, little. So this is the second stanza. Any doubt in the second stanza? Okay, second stanza also is clear. If there is any doubt, any problem, you can ask me at any time during the class. Custard the dragon had big, sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace, the dragon's mouth like a fireplace. Chimney for a nose, and realio, trulio, daggers on his toes. Devadarshini asked me to explain refrain. See the repetition of the last line. Realio and trulio. This is being repeated in the second stanza. Okay, this is being repeated in the second stanza. So here also there is a refrain. Okay. And let us know the meanings of these words now. Spikes means thin pointed surface. Scales means thin bony plates protecting the skin of a fish and reptiles. Okay, at the fish there are scales. At the fish and the reptiles also there are scales. That is called. Okay, then you also have got fireplace. Fireplace, you know the meaning. An outdoor structure of brick. Okay, outside they made a fireplace with brick for cooking. Dagger is a sharp knife. Underneath means directly below. Spikes. This is the spikes on top of the dragon. You know you have got the spikes. Then on the stomach there is the scales. On the stomach here there is the scales. There is the dagger. Where is the dagger? Dagger is at the claws, at the leg. At the leg there is the dagger. So I am showing this for you to understand. And here, see here in the previous stanza, the dragon is letting out the fire. Here the dragon is letting out fire. That's why the poet has said, mouth for a fireplace. The dragon's mouth is for a fireplace. It is like a fireplace. Okay, that is why he has used that word. And chimney for a nose. Nose is like a chimney. The poet describes that the dragon that it had sharp teeth and spikes on top. So that means its skin was pointed on the top. On the lower part it had scales. The dragon had scales on the lower part at the stomach side, which were bony plates to protect the skin. The mouth has been compared to a fireplace because it is assumed that dragons can release fire from the mouth. Even his nose is compared to a chimney, which is used to pass out smoke. Nose is compared to chimney because through the nose smoke comes out. His feet are like a sharp knife. Okay? Now let us talk about the literary devices. The rhyme scheme is AABB, teeth, underneath, nose, nose. There is a simile. Dragon's mouth is compared with a fireplace. So there is a simile. There is a refrain, realio and trulio. There is also metaphor. Okay, what is metaphor? Chimney for a nose. Okay, chimney for a nose. What do you mean by that? The nose is chimney. Okay, the poet has said nose is chimney. He has not said the nose is like a chimney. If it is said like a chimney, it is simile. The nose is the chimney, so it is metaphor here. Nose or chimney. Belinda was as brave as a barrel of bears. And ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Barrel, what is the meaning of barrel? Barrel means drum. Chased, hunt or follow, chasing someone. Rage means anger. Okay. And let us talk about the explanation of this line. See, now the poet explains the inner strength or the bravery of various characters of the poem, all the other characters of the poem. He says that Belinda was, the poet says that Belinda was as brave as a group of bears. She is very brave like the group of bears. And ink and blink were so brave that they could hunt lions. Ink and blink, they could hunt lions. So here, he has shown the bravery of the kitten and the little mouse that could hunt even a lion. The dog was very brave, just like an angry tiger. Dog is very brave like an angry tiger. To contrast, for all of them was Custard. Custard was not very much brave like the other creatures. Custard the dragon was not brave. He was so afraid of everything that he always demanded a safe cage. The dragon wanted always to be in a safe place, safe security. A dragon was afraid. Now the literary devices. Rhyme scheme is, as I have already told you, it is AA, BB. There is alliteration. P is repeated, the letter P. Belinda, B, brave, barrel, bears. Okay, the word, the letter B is repeated, so there is alliteration. And there is also something called simile. Belinda's bravery is compared to that of a barrel full of bears. As a barrel full of bears. Mustard's bravery is compared to that of an angry tiger. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Then you also have got assonance. What is assonance? Use of vowel sound A. A vowel sound is repeated. What is that vowel sound? A is repeated. Belinda, A. As, A. Brave, there is A. As, a. Barrel, bears. So there is this assonance. So these are the literary devices employed here in this stanza.
Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red dragon and a really truly little pet dog, dragon. The poet says that once there was a little girl named Belinda. She lived in a little white house. She lived with some creatures who were her pets. They were a black kitten, a grey mouse, dog, a little red dragon, and a creature that the poet says was really and truly a dragon.
Okay, Mahima, you should say creature, not creature. Okay, creature.
Now the name of little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink. And the little yellow dog was sharp as Custard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. The poet explains the name of all animals that named by Belinda. He says that the name of black kitten is Ink, the name of grey mouse is Blink. The little yellow dog had a yellow color and so she calls him Mustard, and the dragon that was a coward means weakling was called Custard.
So Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on him and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really truly daggers on his toes. Sir, spikes, thin pointed surface, sir.
Scales. What is given in the red?
The point describes the dragon that it had big sharp teeth and spikes on him. This means that its skin was pointed on the top. On the lower part, it had scales which were bony plates to protect the skin. His mouth has been compared to a fireplace because it is assumed that dragon can release fire on the mouth. Even this nose is compared to the chimney which is used to pass out smoke. His feet are like a sharp knife, a dagger.
Belinda was a brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lion down the stairs. Mustard was a brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard tried for a nice safe cage.
Explanation, please read.
So now the poet explains the inner strength or the bravery of various characters of the poem. He says that Belinda was as brave as a group of bears, and Ink and Blink were so brave that they could hunt lions. So here he has shown the bravery of the kitten and the little mouse that could hunt even a lion. The dog was very brave, just like a angry tiger, but the contrast of all them was Custard. Custard, the dragon, was not brave, he was so afraid.